Welcome to A Soul Elevated Life. Can you believe it's Thursday already? So today I was driving home from work and I was thinking, what should I talk about today? And I'm also reading this book called E Squared by Pam Grout. And one of the experiments I'm doing is I'm watching out for green cars. Today is car number 17. And then I'm also looking out, starting today, for yellow butterflies. And you set the intention, you set a deadline of what you would like to see, and you're looking for evidence of the power of your thought and your ability to attract it. And so it's funny because I was like, like green cars are really rare. I don't know how I'm going to find a green car, but then it turns out like my neighbor has a green car. And then, it's kind of dangerous to drive and look for cars like on the incoming traffic, and from the other direction and stuff. And so then I was like, whatever. And so then there's this huge, big old wood chipping type of vehicle, and it's like boldly green, and it had, a sign all over. I'm like, well, maybe it'll have a butterfly on there too. And then, so I was driving into my neighborhood, and then I was like, this woman, her garden is always like full of flowers and full of plants. Surely there's a yellow butterfly there somewhere. And I'm not even sure if it's like the season for butterflies or, because I think like things have to be in bloom, right, for yellow butterflies to appear. And so I was thinking, well, it might not take the form of like a butterfly flying around, but maybe it's like on a mailbox or on a postcard or in a letter or a brochure I came across or whatever. So I'm driving, I pull into my driveway, and as I look into her backyard or front yard, she has those banners, and one of the banners hanging had a butterfly on it, a black and yellow butterfly. And I was like, your watch has a setting for butterflies. And so I'm like, well, turn it on the butterfly setting, see what comes up. So I look, and first it's a white butterfly, and I look again, and it's a yellow butterfly. Did you see that yellow butterfly? And so I kind of think the multiverse is also saying to me, are you tuning into the right channel? Are you being really open to the idea of receiving butterflies? And are you doing a little bit of work? Are you actively seeking what you're searching for? And I was also thinking, I think it's about time I start really being serious about my coaching practice. I think it's about time that I have a client that I see on a regular basis. Because I have some clients that I see regularly that are more like beta clients. I'm thinking, okay, now it's time to like get some serious business mindset going. And so I was thinking, if you desire to have a client that you're going to see on a regular basis, you should declare it out into existence. You should set a deadline, and you should start actively seeking this client, just like I actively started seeking, green cars. And I was actively seeking yellow butterflies. And so I was like, okay, well, if you would like to actively seek a client that you see on a weekly basis, then start announcing, start talking about it, start setting some deadlines. Like when I wanted to come up with a name for my Soul Elevated Life coaching practice, I declared that I would have it a name by the end of Sunday or something. And so I kept thinking about the name. I kept manifesting that I would come up with the perfect name. I was brainstorming a whole bunch of names. I was writing them out, and I was circling names that resonated with me. And I kept saying elevated, soul and faith and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, it should be Soul Elevator. And so then I started searching for Soul Elevator to see if the website was taken. And it turns out it was, but what was available was Soul Elevated Life. And Austin clearly wants to say hi, and he wants you to see his foot. And that's how the name, Austin, that's how the name Soul Elevated Life coaching practice came about.
Why do you need two phones?
Because one, this uploads to YouTube, which I know you love to watch YouTube, and this one uploads to Facebook.
What's Facebook?
Facebook is an app that some people use.
What's YouTube?
YouTube is where you watch your videos of all the toys that you keep wanting to buy.
Why last time you didn't have YouTube?
Well, I just started uploading my videos to YouTube
Why
so that
you
people can
remember
search.
you didn't have YouTube, right?
Right. This is new. This is a new practice. Okay. Are you finished, Austin? I have to record my video. Okay? Yeah. Can I record my video so that you can get your phone back so you can watch whatever?
Which phone?
The iPod. So I'm using the iPod to record my YouTube video. I'm using my iPhone to record the Facebook video.
Well, I'm gonna watch TV. 100 movies.
Go play with your Legos.
No, I'm gonna watch TV.
Okay, go watch TV.
I didn't watch TV.
Okay. He already did his homework. And so I set a deadline. I said, okay, by the end of this day, you're going to come up with the perfect name for your coaching practice. And so then I was like, oh, there's another green car. And then I was like ferociously like writing and brainstorming and thinking, and I was just obsessed, right? You know, I would think of names driving home from work. I would think of names driving to work. I kept like brainstorming, and then finally the perfect name arrived when I was searching for web domains. Like I started taking action as if I had a name and I was going to buy it, right? And so I was thinking about this, you know, like when I declared that I would see yellow butterflies, then I needed to start tuning into that channel, that vibrational frequency. I needed to kind of set myself up to be on the lookout for it, right? Keep an open mind of like whatever form it might show up as. It might even be like a simple setting my watch and see what random stuff pops up. And so I think it's the same thing with this new thing that I'm setting. I'm setting the intention that I have a client by 5:13 p.m. on Saturday, and September 22nd. And so then I'm thinking, okay, so if you are going to declare that into existence and you are going to manifest that you have a coach, you have a client by September 22nd on the by 5:13, like what are you going to do in the meantime, right? You're not going to just sit and wait for stuff to fall off in your lap. Like I can't say I'm going to see all these green cars and not like be on the lookout and look for green cars. I can't say I'm going to see yellow butterflies and not like keep my eyes glued for any possibility of any form of yellow butterflies. The same thing with manifesting that I have a client by it's Saturday, 5:14. So then I have to keep my eyes glued. I have to set out some messages. I have to say, hey, I'm looking for a client that's looking for a life coach. Is there any client out there that is vegan friendly, that is a woman that is looking for a life coach, that is looking for some transformation, that I'd like to meet on a weekly basis? And it's not meeting in person. It's like meeting on video phone. So it's very convenient. And I was like, I have to announce it. I have to talk about it. If, you know, that's like the best accountability piece. And I would ask people, hey, do you know anyone who's looking for a life coach? Because I am available for life coach practicing. I'm available for, you know, that service. And so here I am. I'm announcing to you that I am open for business. I'm open for a client by this weekend. There is a slot open for a client this weekend. If someone you know that is female, that is vegan friendly, plant-based friendly, that is looking for transformation, that is looking for a life coach to have some transformation in their life. They may not know they're looking for a coach, but they might be saying things to you like, I'm looking for a transformation, I'm looking for a change, I'm looking for some expansion, I'm looking for growth, I'm looking for ability to perform at a higher level, I'm looking to enrich my life somehow. And you might say, oh, you know, the perfect solution to that would be a life coach. Have you heard of Soul Elevated Life? this woman, Tuan Schroeder, she coaches and she does this for a living. And she, the content I watch is really amazing. And she always feeds my soul and lifts my spirits. And she gives me a lot of empowerment and lots of love and compassion and support, inspiration. And you totally send out that same vibe. I think she would be perfect for you. And she's like vegan, so you're flexitarian. You love eating vegan friendly stuff. She sounds like she's the perfect coach for you with the perfect vibe. You never know, right? So the other thing I was noticing was I was listening to part of my coach call on the way home from work, and I asked myself if I zoom out of my life and I look at how it is, if let's say it's the last day of your life on this planet, right? And you are thinking, you're reflecting on your life, and you're thinking, okay, how did I live my life? How was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? You wouldn't say, like that part of it sucked and this part of it was good and this part was bad, and I really wish I skipped over that part, and so like me living my life right now, like there are times when I resist my weight. There's times when I resist where I am right now. I resist how much money I have, how much money I'm making. I resist my occupation. I resist a stage in my life. I resist a season in my life. I resist like maybe some past actions I did. I resist about me judging. I resist about me resisting myself. I judge myself about judging myself. And I was thinking, if you were to zoom back out of your life and you looked at your life as a whole, you would not say, yeah, that part was stupid. That part was, you should have totally skipped over that part. Why couldn't you just zoom to like when you were like 45 or why did you even live that way when you're in your 20s and stuff like that? Like resisting it like that just simply does not serve you. And so if you were to truly zoom out and you truly embrace that everything in your life is absolutely perfect. Where you are right now is absolutely perfect, and it's exactly as it's supposed to be. It serves a purpose for your growth, your expansion, for you to really proceed with faith and for you to really build your faith. I learned that faith is so important for your progression in life. And I resisted it for so long, and so finally I embraced it this year. And that's what I would like to share with you is if you were to embrace how you are right now, embrace your weight right now, your body right now, your mindset right now, where exactly you are on this journey, and you treasure it. You treasure every moment. You treasure this moment right now. I'm treasuring the fact that I get to sit here and speak with you. I treasure that my daughter will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and she gets to fall asleep on my chest, because she's like almost 2. I treasure that I get to give my son a hug. I treasure that we live in a house together with my parents. And, like, even the moments you think are like moments you think you should resist. Like, there was a point in my life where I lived in government subsidized housing in an apartment complex. My parents were like, we have to move out. We have to live in a house. We have to buy a house. We have to save money to move into a house, which was great. And which is good, right? Because you have more space and you have a place to call your home and all that stuff. But when I reflect back to those times when I lived in that apartment and it was smaller, Deborah and I shared a room, there were so many precious moments in that time. That was also the time when we started our meditation practice. That was a time when we were getting our feet underneath us. That was the time when I started becoming a vegetarian. Like, there are so many good memories in that space that seemed like it should have been a time of resistance, a time of regret. But it wasn't. I really loved it. I enjoyed that part of my childhood. I enjoy having those memories. I enjoy being able to share with you about them. I enjoy talking about them. I enjoyed that I actually got to live and experience those moments. And so how sad would it be if you only lived your life where you only reflect back and look back and say, I wish I didn't resent during that time period. I wish I didn't regret during that time period. I wish I didn't resist in that time period. I wish I just enjoyed and basked into that moment. And I really just loved it and embraced it and just was present to it and realized that I might not understand, there's a green truck, I might not understand it right at this very minute, but can I just enjoy it and be present to what it is right now and realize that in the future I may reflect back and think of how wonderful it was because it was pivotal in my life. It was an important moment. It might be something that I treasure later on in my 90s or when I'm 120, right? Like when I was living those moments, when I was 13, when I was 8, I didn't think, oh my gosh, you're going to look back and think how wonderful it is, right? I was a kid. I was just present and I just lived it and loved it. But if I resisted it and resented it and then I go back and look at it, I would be like, why did I live that way, right? So that's my challenge to you. Enjoy this moment right now. Enjoy this moment in your life right now. Enjoy where you're at right now. Enjoy that you're sitting here watching this video of me speaking to you right now. Enjoy this dinner you're having with your parent, with your family. Enjoy this job that you're doing. Enjoy the interactions you're having with your coworkers. Enjoy that you sit down and write. Enjoy that you sit down and journal. Enjoy all the things that you do. Enjoy the fact that you get to brush your teeth. Enjoy that you have running water. Be grateful for all the things you have right now, even if you only have $15 in your bank account. Enjoy that you have whatever money you have in your bank account. Enjoy whatever you have right now. Enjoy that you live in this house right now. Enjoy that you live in this apartment right now. Enjoy that you're in this physical body right now at this current weight with this current bodily fat percentage and this current health condition right now. And then just truly enjoy it and be with it, surrender to it, and realize that it's perfect and complete. And if it is forever in this moment right now, you still be perfectly okay because you have so much to be grateful for. And then as life proceeds forward, you can still look back on that day and think about how grateful you are and how grateful you were. And that was a very foreign concept for me because I'm like, no, I have to resist. I have to resist what it is right now so that I can have 17% body fat, so I can lose a few pounds, so I can be skinnier, so I can have like these bulging muscles and this chiseled abs, and so I could live in utter financial freedom and have all this money to do all these things that I desire to do with it. There's another green truck. And I was thinking, if I didn't have all that ambition, if I didn't have all that resistance, then what would propel me forward to even do those things? But you don't need those things. You don't need that resistance. You don't need that so-called ambition, right? If you have these goals and you have these ideas and these desires of how you would like your life to be and the kind of life that you would like to craft for yourself, you can have those desires, you can have those goals, you can have the milestones, you can take the steps towards doing those things. But at the very same time, you can truly bask and enjoy this moment that you are right now, right? If I didn't have any struggle right now, if I didn't have any obstacles right now, then how would I share any of these things with you, right? How would I share any of these things with my clients? How would I share with any of these things with any of the people that I interact with, right? And so how could I resist what I have right now, everything that I'm going through, all my experiences, if I didn't believe that those things served me? They do. And there's so much to be grateful for. I'm grateful for this moment right here. I'm grateful for this body right here. It's done so much for me, right? It's pushed out 2 kids for me. This body allowed me to create 2 kids with my husband. This body allowed me to sit here and talk with you right now. This body allows me to enjoy food and to enjoy exercise sometimes. And it helps me write and create and live this experience right now, right? And instead of really appreciating it, I kind of appreciate it, but I also resisted. I'm like, well, it also needs to be thinner. It also needs to be fitter. It needs to be stronger. It needs to be blah, 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 right? All this stuff, all this criticism. And then I was like, well, why are you resisting this stuff? Why are you criticizing yourself? And then I felt guilty about doing all that stuff. And then instead of that, just saying, it's perfect. It is whole. It is complete. It is exactly the way it's supposed to be right now. What will I do in my next moment of now? What will I do tomorrow? What will I do towards my goal? What will I do towards my next step? See how different that is? you are embracing what you have right now, and you're also embracing that you're taking the steps to go towards where you'd like to go. You're taking the steps to manifesting your dreams, but you're not resisting and hating and despising how it is right now. You're truly surrendering to how it is right now. You're embracing it fully, and you're loving it, and you're enjoying it. And it's actually fun. It's a totally different experience. So I'm having so much fun sharing myself with you today. So don't forget, I'm on a mission to find a client by Saturday at 5:14 Central Standard Time. So if you have anyone, send them my way. You can tell them to go visit my website at soulelevatedlife.com to read up a little bit about me and what I'm about and some of my blogs. You can have them visit my YouTube channel that I'll post a link below. You can have them visit my Facebook website, my Facebook page, which is Soul Elevated Life. And if they would like to get to know me a little bit better, they can check out my YouTube videos, or they can see the videos I posted on Facebook. And they can see if my content resonates with them, because if they're looking to transform their life, they're looking for some meaningful relationships, they're looking for some meaning in their life, they're looking to add some depth and dimension to their life, then they might be interested in hiring a life coach to help them transform their life. And I'm looking for someone who is willing to do the work, someone who's willing to be coachable, and someone who's willing to try out new things for size, because that's where the growth and expansion happens, is when you are open-minded. Just like you have to be on that lookout for the yellow butterfly and the green vehicles, it's the same thing. When you're looking for transformation in your life, you're looking to elevate your soul, you're looking to live a meaningful life, then you have to be open to suggestions and blind spots and things that might be holding you back. Just like I had to be open to the fact that I was resisting the heck out of surrendering to my life just exactly the way it is right now, and truly embracing and enjoying it. Here is to you living a soul elevated life. I will see you tomorrow, and take care.